Starfire Protocol is dead.
Well, not really. The power's been shifted by a large margin, especially around its single target and boss damage. But that's for another video. You're here to see how to get some good use out of fusion grenades and mid-boss and champion engagements without having to cosplay as a black mage. The answer? Verity's Brow. While you're taking off your bathrobe, let me explain. Verity's Brow is a helmet that grants you an 11-second buff called Death Throws every time you get a kill with a weapon that matches your subclass. Each stat grants 50% base grenade recharge rate and 20% increased grenade damage, capping at 250% additional recharge rate and 100% increased grenade damage.
This might be hard to believe, but are you aware that nobody gives a shit?
The rest of the audience will, once we throw in Touch of Flame as an aspect. With this, it makes the fusion grenade blow up twice, effectively doubling the value that we get from the damage increase from Verity's Brow. That's a 200% grenade damage increase, or 400% total grenade damage over both explosions. Additionally, while not as fast as Starfire's old 20% per 0.4 second tick rate, at max stacks, you're looking at a total of 350% grenade recharge rate, bottoming out cooldown reduction to a whopping 12 seconds with no other elements in play. Since every kill refreshes the timer, build-up time should be pretty steady as long as you keep adds available to make sure you top off your stacks. And if you do, that's a 12-second cooldown on your grenade constantly running. As an added bonus, using a grenade with just a single stack of Death Throws grants all allies around you Feel the Flame if they're nearby. With Feel the Flame, you give your allies 1000% additional base grenade recharge rate, effectively turning you into a grenade battery for your team. Last but not least, this is not seasonal artifact reliant. So while mods may get a little bit pricey in later seasons, especially without solar and grenade reductions, you can consistently come back to this build and find the same results. Aspects will be Touch of Flame and Icarus Dash. Since our main loop is going to be weapon kills in order to build stacks and nade dumping high priority targets, we can focus our fragments on sustained damage uptime and survivability. Ember of Torches will let us get into Radiant for a steady 25% damage buff in PvE content. Searing will give us fire sprites and melee energy for killing scorched targets. Mercy will grant us restoration when we pick up those fire sprites. And Imperium will let us keep those buffs rolling as long as we keep getting solar kills while they're active. Weapons for this build are dealer's choice, as long as your core weapon is a solar damage one, so that way you can get your stacks of Verity's Brow. My personal favorite is Tommy's Matchbook, given its ramping damage, high magazine, and synergy with rolling restoration to counteract its self-damage perk. If you want to free up an exotic slot, however, just use whatever solar weapon you want. Amit, Callus Mini Tool, all of them work, just find what you're comfortable with. Mods are pretty flexible, with some room for expression. Helmet should be running Solar Siphon, but you can save some mod economy by running Harmonic instead. For arms, I highly recommend Grenade Kickstart to help further reduce the grenade cooldown from 12 to about 6. It'll get you more grenades off consistently at 5 stacks. Also, Firepower just works great for orb generation. Defensive mods in the chest, obviously, but if you want to be greedy, putting in a Charged Up can help with Kickstart a bunch. Legs should have mods like Absolution and Innervation to help with cooldown reduction. I'm partial to using Recuperation here to increase survivability, but if you want to run Solar Surge, you can. It's just unoptimal when running Kickstart. Bonds, as always, are dealer's choice. I personally like Explosive Finisher and Reaper for grenade cooldown and guaranteed orbs, but you should find what's right for you. This build won't light up the stage like Sunbracers by itself, but it's easy to execute and finds a nice balance between DPS and team synergy. As long as you make sure not to cull a room entirely of all the red bars before taking out the champions and whatnot, you'll have no problems keeping your damage consistently high and making sure you have grenades to spare. Now get out there and cause some problems, Guardian.